In this video, we're going to work Wiley Problem 10-052 from section 10-3, the gas law chapter. Here's how the problem is stated. They give us a balloon, an initial volume. It tells us we've got a certain number of moles of carbon dioxide. The numbers you encounter are probably going to be different, but the way we solve the problem will be the same. Now they ask what mass of nitrogen must be added to expand the balloon to 361 mils. And they say assume constant temperature and pressure. Pretty straightforward with one twist. We have to remember that the carbon dioxide and the nitrogen are acting separately. Temperature and pressure are constant, which is good. So we have a relationship between the volume and the moles of gas. That's Avogadro's law. So Avogadro's law is V1 over N1 equals V2 over N2. In our case, our first volume is 291 milliliters, number of moles 0.0196. Now what's great about this problem, if we do a normal PV equals nRT type problem, volume has to be in liters and temperature has to be in Kelvin, pressure has to be in atmospheres. But as long as our volume units are the same, we do not have to convert. And they tell us our first gas is CO2, could be any ideal gas. Here's the tricky part. Our final volume is not 361. That's the volume after the nitrogen is added to the CO2. It's the total volume. So we don't want to put in 361 into Avogadro's law. The volume we will use is our total volume minus the amount of carbon dioxide, in this case 70 milliliters. The number does have two significant figures. Addition and subtraction will change. We're going to carry extra digits and then round at the very end. There is our V2, 70 milliliters. We're going to use that to find the amount of nitrogen that is added. Avogadro's law again. We plug our V1 and N1, our V2, 70 milliliters. Now all we do is some algebra. We're going to cross multiply 291 times N2, 0.0196 times 70, divide by 291. Give yourself a couple seconds to do that problem. Don't trust my answer. I get 0.004715 moles of nitrogen. Now our final answer of 2 sig figs, but we want to carry extra digits and round at the very end. So are we finished with the problem? Not quite. They ask for the mass of nitrogen. We've got one more calculation to perform. The conversion is pretty simple, however. We're just going to go between mass and moles. We're starting with moles. We're going to convert to grams. We start with 0.004715. Our molar mass of N2, now this is N2 and not just nitrogen, 28. Moles cancel. We multiply our two numbers and I get 0.13 grams of nitrogen. That's rounded to two significant figures. Gas law part, we've seen it before. Avogadro's law, very straightforward. We do have to understand that we are calculating the amount of nitrogen added and we don't use the total volume. So for all problems, be sure to read the question carefully. And we assumed you can convert between grams and moles. If you have questions with that, look at earlier chapters. Maybe even some Chem 1, and then also you can always contact your course mentors. Here's our contact information. Use that WGU Chemistry You Can Book Me to book a telephone appointment with any of us.